Hey guys, this is your girl, Living Caregiver Uncut, and I am back. Guys, I want to give my God thanks for sparing my life, my fiance, my millionaire Kenya, my kids, my family in Kenya, and my mom and my family in Jamaica land that I love. Guys, let me tell you something. The weather is nice and great outside, and as I said, or always said, if it's nice in your state, go out and enjoy it. It's very beautiful over here in Texas. Okay, guys, so I want to thank my subscribers on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I thank you all for subscribing to my channel, and please invite your friends and family, friends of friends, family of family, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Please, I'm begging you, go ahead and subscribe. And Instagram, you are the boss. Facebook, you guys are a badass. When I said that, it's in a great way. Let me tell you something, guys. I am thanking you and I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate your stories. And I'm glad I'm learning from you and hearing a lot of stuff that's going on. And I'm glad you are watching my videos and learning from them and sharing it with family and friends or invite them to watch. Okay? All right, guys. So remember, we are talking about dementia. Okay, because it's affecting our elderly a lot, and we want to get into the nitty gritty and how to care for loved ones or your client who has dementia. All right, so dementia, it's a brain disease that interfere with the clients or the individual everyday living, what they do during the day, how they think, how to make decisions. They cannot do those things when dementia kicks in. But guys, remember, as I told you, when you have your loved one and they're getting into age, look for these signs and symptoms. Confusion, unable to make decision, get irritable in the late evening, or more confused during the evening. They can't, they stick to one thing. They forget that they eat, they take a shower, they forget they brush their teeth. They don't remember these things, or they don't remember who you are. They were like, you are, look for these signs and symptoms. So they're unable to make decisions and things like that. And so let us talk about the care. First, when you see these signs, as I tell you, you can go to Google and you can look it up. There's people there with similar problems or similar questions or the same questions there, and there's real doctors on Google who answer some of these questions, okay? And nurses or psychiatrists and stuff like that. So you're going to do that. Plus, you're going to call your healthcare provider and say, my mom is doing this, my dad is doing this, or yourself. Because trust me, you yourself may be going through some of these things as well. So you call your healthcare provider and you talk to them about these situations so you can get some form of medication or therapy or something to slow down the process. Okay, you can slow it down. Okay, but there's really no cure. I've never heard of a cure for dementia, Alzheimer's. Okay, we'll be talking a little bit about Alzheimer's too, but let's focus on dementia right now. So yes, if you have a loved one or a family member who has been diagnosed with dementia, there's things you need to do about that, how to care for them. But before I get into that, we're gonna tell the new people who is just coming across this channel what this channel is about. This channel is Living Caregiver Uncut, and uncut means that we don't sugarcoat anything. We talk about real time, real life situation that is happening in the caregiver world, or not even in the caregiver world. Things that is really happening. So, and the uncut is the real thing. And I am your uncut living caregiver girl. I am the caregiver uncut. I am a caregiver for over 22 years. I'm a nurse by profession. I choose to work directly with the elderly in their home. I love to specializes in geriatrics, so that's my calling. So I stick to that. I don't want to do the hospital anymore and this and that. I want to work directly with my clients, and I've been doing that from a little girl. My mom taught me how to go and care for the elderly, and I grow and have this passion for doing it. So that's what I do for my career all my life. I still do had jobs in between and stuff like that, and back then, yes, I do all kind of jobs just to make my money, and honest jobs, and pay my taxes. Okay, yes. So now I specialize in, for years I've been doing um living as a caregiver with the client and caring for them in their home. Okay, guys, so this channel is about that. If you're interested to become a caregiver, you can learn from this channel. We talk about the agency, the messy one, the great ones, the not so good one, because there's always room for changes. Sometimes things have to happen and then there's changes, okay? So yes, we're not going to kick them under the bus or the truck. No. We're going to talk about it, and hopefully they'll hear and the caregiver will talk about it to them and there will be changes. Okay, guys? Yes, so we talk about those things that things that affects the elderly, how you're supposed to go about caring for the elderly in their home, the things you're not supposed to do, and the things you are supposed to do for the elderly. Okay? So yes, so back to dementia. You have a dementia client. Let me tell you something, guys, you don't have to be, forceful and all that. No. First, you're going to observe, learn about your client, learn about, and when I go like this, I don't mean hitting. So don't get me wrong now. Don't come at me. I don't mean hitting. I mean, some caregivers are real forceful and stern and stuff like that. No, you got to mellow down, okay? You are going to mellow down to deal with clients, period, especially the ones who have Alzheimer's. So if you're that kind of forceful person who like to stamp your feet and put your feet down and what you said is rules and all that, no, this won't be the career for you. So you're going to mellow down and be humble. Listen to your client. Study these clients. I'm telling you, I have so many things to share with you when I cared for clients before they even diagnosed with dementia. I cared for them for years until dementia kicks in. Okay? So there's things you got to do, like, step back and watch and learn about the client, what they like and stuff like that. The things they like to do and things like that. And always encourage them to do for themselves. You remember we talk about that? Don't take away the client's independence, because when Alzheimer's kick in, then you're going to know right away. You'll know from an early stage, not Alzheimer's, dementia or Alzheimer's, whichever one, but we'll be talking about Alzheimer's differently because they're not the same. So don't get confused. So always, study them, see what they're doing, and I tell you, encourage them to do for themselves from early up. So when these things start kicking in, you know the difference. They'll be standing in the bathroom, they don't know what to do. You know right away. While if you were always doing for them, then you won't know, because guess what? You always been doing for them. That is the reason why I told you, don't take away your client's independence. And as for choices, guys, do not give a dementia client a lot of choices. Always keep their choices small so they don't have to think about a lot of stuff at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're going to give breakfast and you have eggs and bacon and waffles and bacons, or grits and whatever, or toast, don't give them so much offer, because you're going to confuse them more. Give them like 2 offers, depending on the stages of their dementia. I normally give them 3, but you can give them 2 offers, and you change it up in the morning. Don't stick them to one thing. give them like two offers and let they choose from each one, whichever one they want. And let me tell you something again. I've experienced this in the home, and I'm gonna bring this up to you. If the client houses the furniture is in a particular way, caregivers do not go in the house or in the client's apartment or their home or wherever and change the furnitures. I've seen it happen, and I was so upset with the caregiver. You don't go there and change it to your likeness, honey. It's not about you, okay? Yes, I've worked for one client for years, for almost 5 years, and this caregiver came there one time. And when I came back, the client was so confused. She was sitting in the corner on the floor. She didn't know what to do. The caregiver came in and rearranged the furnitures in the place. That woman was out of it. And I spoke to her. I said, you never do that. Never do that. Don't go in the client's home and change their, rearrange their furniture. This is what they're accustomed to. They don't like changes. As a dementia patient, you cannot let change up the furniture because they're already accustomed to walk this way. The chair is right there. These people can just walk in their house and even close their eyes and know where the seat is. I can close my eyes and walk around in my house and know where to find my bed, where the couch is, where the toilet is. So basically what I'm saying, all their life, this is, or maybe for a few years, the furniture is in a particular position. And then you go inside there and you change it up because it don't look nice to you. Seriously, don't do that. Please. And as for bathing, let me tell you something. In the evening, the client kind of, I'm not going to say go nuts, but they're kind of more confused. So what I normally do, because they're so focused in the morning, I try to get the stuff done for them in the morning. So in the evening, they don't have a lot to do, like to make the choices for dinner and stuff like that. Because once it's at 3 p.m., it's like they're in another world. And keep their brain active. They have pictures and stuff like that. Let them look at pictures. You're going to be doing this if you start early up before that kicks in. And if you are dealing with a client right now who are diagnosed with dementia, let them look at familiar stuff, their kids, let them watch, some of them have videos with their trips they go to Europe and stuff like that. They can watch. It will, bring back something to them. If they like to drive to a particular place and you're allowed to drive them around to the places that they like. Let them sit in the car and they look around. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just keep them in the house and just think that, it's the end of the world for them. It's not the end of the world. And I'm going to be talking to family member. This video is almost getting ready to cut, so I'm not going to go too deep into the family member part, because a lot of family member think because their loved one is not remembering stuff. Let me tell you something. You are joking. They remember who you are. They may not remember your name, or if you're the daughter or the niece or what, but they remember something about you. They will just walk over to you. And I have great stories to share with you about dementia clients and their loved ones. So caregivers, I'm talking to you right now. These clients, they're very nice people. All the clients are nice people. And when they go into dementia stage, I wanted to go and above and beyond for them, show them more love, more compassion, because they need it. This is the time they need it even most. And try to do for them early up in the day. Okay, this is a continuation. I gotta go. Guys, you take care of yourself. COVID is real. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Social distancing. And remember, guys, we are here to save lives and take care of the elderly. This is going to be a long, maybe a part 5. So I'll talk to you soon, and you take care of yourself. Trust God and live. And remember to save your money and do the right thing with your money so you can do a lot as a caregiver. Goodbye.